Braydon Hawthorne, the Kentucky freshman that I'm a big fan of as far as his upside goes. He was kind of that late ad, big time riser through the prep levels and ended up in the hands of Mark Pope. Is saying some things about his future to reassure Kentucky fans. Apparently, Braydon Hawthorne gave an interview, I believe, with BBN Tonight. I think that's where this is sourced from. But if you search Braydon Hawthorne on Twitter, you'll find the interview with BBN Tonight that he gave yesterday. It was an episode that came out yesterday. There's a graphic though that's circulating, and a bunch of the big Kentucky fan accounts that I follow sort of posted this graphic together. The quote from Braden Hawthorne is this quote, "The only way I'm leaving is if I get drafted." Presumably, the context here is being asked about, the Travis Perry-esque departure, a Kentucky born and raised kid that left the program after a year due to a lack of playing time. In theory, Braden Hawthorne not going to have the biggest on-court role this year, but a kid that Kentucky fans want to invest in and believe in and see his future grow and get better and better. Braden Hawthorne reassuring them before he even sets foot on the court in a Kentucky uniform that the only way he's leaving is if it's for the NBA. Your thoughts on Braden Hawthorne laying all his cards on the table?
Did he say did he just say drafted?
He said drafted, yes.
Okay. No mention of NBA in that.
You think he's talking about the military?
Yeah, it could be for service. Just you never really know. Um, to quote the great Pink Panthers, that boy's a liar. Look, we're we don't got to do this. Like today's day and age, there is no such thing as like I'm only leaving for this that reason. You want to know another reason he might leave? A reason he doesn't know about yet. Because the reason could come up next summer, and there could be another reason for him to leave. As of right now, yeah, he's probably telling the truth. Like that is the truth. There is no reason for him to leave right now outside of getting drafted to both options that I just gave you. But in 6 months from now, there could be another option, another reason that could very much be enticing for him to leave. So I don't know. And this is I'm making a lot of jokes about it and things like that, but I just when players come out and say this in today's day and age, I don't buy it. I don't care who it is. Like it just doesn't resonate with me in the same way because I truly think that there is no set like safety or way to call the future with how things kind of shape out the way they do.
Yeah, this isn't Kentucky specific or Braden Hawthorne specific, certainly. This is every player that plays college basketball in the NIL transfer portal era. You have to take any statements about their future, any plans, anything into, I don't know, half consideration compared to what you used to. Like, I'll speak as a Michigan fan. I'm looking at my team and my roster. We just brought in Merez Johnson. I love him. Took him from Illinois. He's one of my favorite players in the country. He's constantly gassing up this Michigan team, praising his teammates. He was just great at the FIBA World Cup event, started at center. All these good things are coming out, propaganda. He says he's going to play more on the perimeter, have a bigger role, be more versatile. He's all the way in. A year from now, he might not be because it might not go the way he envisions, right? And that's true for Merez. It's true for Braden Hawthorne. It's true for everybody in college basketball. Things change. We have never been in a state of this sport that has been more fluid, more overnight. Things just are different than they were. And I think Braden Hawthorne would probably even admit that, and I didn't hear the video of this quote. I just saw the graphics on it, so I don't know the full context on it. Maybe he was just point blank asked, like, "Hey, what would you say to Kentucky fans who, we just saw Travis Perry leave and we're worried about you already?" Like, it's kind of a crazy prompt, even, right? If that was asked, I hope this just came organically from him.
Right,
But
because there's no correct answer to this unless except the answer he said, which locks him into this. Because let's say he does leave, this graphic was bookmarked. This graphic
right.
can be found again, and it will come up. Look, I've like you said, it's not Hawthorne specific. It's just it is what it is.
This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports Gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's. That's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's it's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video. Right. Yeah, and sometimes you think you're going to do one thing and you feel 100% in on it. You feel that you'll never change, and then things change. I mean, yesterday at 1 p.m. Eastern, I hadn't eaten yet. And I'm like, I'm intermittent fasting. This is great. I'm healthy. I'm losing weight. I'm going to go to bed by 8 p.m. tonight. And then last night, I was up at 11:45 and I opened a bag of chips. Things change. It is what it is. Sometimes things that weren't appealing at the time become appealing. He had another quote for what it's worth. This is more Braydon Hawthorne. If I come and do what I got to do, then I will have an opportunity to play. If not, I'm going to put my head down and continue to work and get ready for the next year and do what I can to support my team. It's a kid who's thinking about his future a lot, that's for sure. I don't know, like why is like a why is a four-star recruit even talking this much about his future card before he ever
Somebody,
plays a second?
somebody, please feed me some Travis Perry last year preseason quotes. I need to find them immediately.
The NBA element of this, he said, you made the joke about it, but he said the only way I'm leaving is if I get drafted. Do you think there's any chance Braden Hawthorne gets drafted at any point?
Yeah, I no, I don't think it's completely out of the question that he does. I think he's a blank canvas right now, a very slim one at that. But you fill it in, give him some protein, skill development. Like I think it's definitely there for him. I think he just has a long way to like a long way to go. And I don't like saying this because I do think that kids should have lofty goals, big dreams. Like him wanting to play in the NBA at the highest level as a basketball player is how he should think. Um, but I'd also like to hear about maybe his goals in the short term, which he talked about. He talked about getting better and finding a role on the team. I just think he needs to, lock down stuff at the level he's at before, we start thinking big picture stuff. But that's not for me to say or anybody to say, right? Goals are goals, whether they're attainable or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm fine with him talking in absolutes about his NBA future. Like I think this is a kid that, if all goes well, should be in the NBA one day. I'm a believer in his upside that way. I said it when he first committed. I think this is a kid who is so far from his ultimate ceiling, but already has flashes of like complete next level brilliance. So I'll be curious to see what he becomes in Kentucky. I do find it strange that like these things are being said so early. It just doesn't feel like a topic that even really needs to be explored. But we also know BBN is different, and they probably want to hear this from their players. They want every guy on the roster, including the walk-ons, to be like, I'm never leaving. I would die for Kentucky. So maybe he's just winning over the fan base a little bit. If we had to set odds on how Braden Hawthorne's career ends, what are the odds?
So I don't know what the odds are because I'm awful at doing them, and you always ask me about odds, and I always fail. But
Well,
I will say this.
here's where I'm going. Let's just name some of the options, and then maybe you can help assign a value to them, like
Uh-huh.
most likely to least likely.
Well,
Uh,
can I take the easy way out here though?
sure.
The odds of him not being at Kentucky are greater after this quote.
Okay. So I'm going to set two different markets. Let me play odds maker here. There's two different markets. Market number one, very simple. Does Braden Hawthorne end his college career as a Kentucky Wildcat or as something else?
Something else.
I would set the odds as minus 110 he ends it as a Kentucky Wildcat, plus 100 he ends it as something else.
I'll take. Is there a profit boost on this one for like
No
Kentucky?
profit boost, no BBN boost.
No BBN profit
No
boost
BBN boost. I'm sorry, no.
and no deposit bonus. What the hell is this program?
Use
Yeah.
use promo code the assignment for a 50% profit boost. Second one, this is the more fun one. specific ends to Braden Hawthorne's career. He gets drafted out of Kentucky, plus 250. He enters the transfer portal, plus 150. He plays a 4-year career at Kentucky and does not get drafted, plus 400. Other, plus 1,000. What are you betting?
Oh, probably transfers and gets drafted.
So that's transfer portal plus 150.
Yeah, give me that.
I would take other at 10 to 1.
What's other?
Maybe like, I don't know, anything that isn't enters the transfer portal or completes his career at Kentucky.
Honestly, I would. Can I get plus 2,000 that he plays for like that ball is life team that just goes to park?
Yeah.
Like give me plus 30, like 30,000 that him and like Devontae Friga team up.
Yeah, like he ends up in like the NBL or like I don't even know. Like it plays for Kentucky's TBT team only after a couple years.
He's a Perth Wildcat.
10 to 1's just where the value is. I still think he's going to play at Kentucky's whole career, but that's the value, folks.